Okay, so we had 100 subs over on YouTube, and well, I had originally planned to do like a paper play button sort of thing as a joke, to go along with that. But, I've had a lot of stuff going on, so, it just went all by the wayside, and it's like... But anyway, I want to thank you all for sticking with me through all of this. So, it's nice that you've all come and support the channel, and I do appreciate all of you subs. Anyway, so I know there's been a lot of content, up and downs. There was a Windows update that really ruined the ability to stream. So I used to be able to stream off my gaming PC at 1080p, and it was good quality and 60 FPS, and everything used to record perfectly fine. And then streaming stopped working for recording, and then I had to get the Elgato and do adjustments to make the Elgato work. And then there's been a lot of problems with quality with different things. So the Windows update really screwed things over, that really made recording quality go out the window, and it's just like I stopped trying to make it right. It was a big nightmare and a big headache. So I put it right the wayside because I had a lot of other stuff going on in life as well that I had to deal with. And, so slowly but surely we've gone through upgrades to the other PC as well to make it work in line. So that's now also got an 8GB graphic card, an RX 570. So, that's a pretty powerful one. But the problem with that is that messed up the colour scheme that I was using for recording. So any recording or streaming in that made all footage green, and also like 3 or 4 overlap layers of the same sort of thing in different perspectives and different ratios. So the aspect ratios, like there was a quarter of one, there was a half one, there was a tiny one, there was a full screen one, but all with green screen overlays and weirds, and so that's like even more messing about. And then obviously the old gaming PC decided that suddenly its version of Windows wasn't valid, so there was obviously in the bottom corner, this activate Windows sort of thing. But I've gone through a lot of other things and slowly but surely put it all right. So now we're back into the good recording era. There might still be some footage of games that aren't quite up to scratch and standards, and whilst I've messed about with the stream sort of stuff, it's a nightmare to try and deal with all of that. And whilst I did update, when the Windows update caused things to not work properly, I also updated everything at that point, and I think that created even further issues, especially as OBS also getting updated seemed to make it forget all of the settings that I had on it. So now I feel like I've got the settings back to reasonable recording. I mean, actually my recordings are now coming out at like 5 to 8 gigabytes in size, so they're taking a long time to upload. So but they're in 1080p and good quality. It's just the balance between that was like a good recording at 60 FPS and still looked good, and not being a gigantic file size. It's a nightmare to figure that out again, so I've just left it on a really good quality. That's who cares about the file size, and let's just upload it and have good quality for a while. And the streaming, we're about 4K bitrate, and that stream, I've only put it to stream at 720p. I don't want to push it and try 1080p. It probably will stream at 1080p, but I just don't want the headache of dropping frames and dropping things in the stream. So I got it working, and that's where we're going to stand for now. And speaking of Twitch, we're up to 80 followers on Twitch now. So whilst we're at 100 on YouTube, we're already at 80 on Twitch. So there is Twitch streams that I'm doing Monday, Wednesday and Friday, usually around 8 PM GMT, although Wednesdays is 9 PM for the Tambrals, for Hearthstone Tambrals. So if you pop along and you want to come watch, it would be much appreciated. I need 3 average viewers. I'm at 2 at the moment, and that would help me get affiliates and emoji icons and stuff. So that'd be pretty cool if you could come hang out and watch in the chat. But yeah, this is for YouTube, and I want to thank you all for sticking with me through the awkward and awful quality that's been coming out for probably like over 6 months now. And yeah, I mean, I've put it off, and I had Virgin Media internet problems that was going on for like 6 months as well, and I just had a lot of stuff to deal with, so I didn't want to deal with it all. So, I've left the backlog to go, so there's not that much left of the backlog, and, I haven't been recording or playing that much, but I've been doing other things, and, I'm back to writing reviews on the website and doing other things, so, I've been blasting out music to prevent the arseholes upstairs from depriving me of sleep, because that was also some of the issues that was going on. I was just not being allowed to get any sleep, so I was exhausted and tired and drained, and that wasn't good, but hopefully we're all past all that, because, landlords would do nothing about it. The council are shit. Oh, it's a nightmare. But we're beyond that. We're now in the era of hopefully being able to just do stuff. Sure, I feel like a dick for blasting out music all day, every day to do that, but I've got to be able to sleep, and I've got to feel human, and, if they won't do anything about it legitimately, then that's unfortunately the option that I got to do to be able to live and look for work and, look after myself and also produce content and do all of this. So this is where we're at. But yes, I do thank you for all sticking with me, and hopefully in the future we're all at a good stage of producing decent quality now. So the specifically for YouTube content is going to be at 1080p 60 fps, and Twitch VODs which have been coming out are going to be at 720p. That's at least better than it was, because a lot of that was out of frustration with YouTube as well, and the perspective, because people didn't like 10 by 19. It's like, sure, there's a lot of other content providers like the Oxcast that seem to do 10 by 19, and YouTube works in 10 by 19 rather than 9 by 19, and without the black bars at the side, because watching YouTube it has the black bars at the side, and then people moan, but my content creates the black bars at the side. But no, watching on a 9 by 19 I have black bars at the side now, and it's like, whereas without that, I've produced it in the YouTube aspect ratio so that it fills out the entirety of the thing rather than leaving big black bars at the sides. But I don't know, that's just my 2 cents on it, that I was producing it in the YouTube sort of aspect ratio, so that was working, and having that extra inch, it's a lot more screen, so it was good. Just people seem to not like that aspect ratio adamantly, and it's like, okay, even though it's probably going to be the future of aspect ratios purely because YouTube are forcing it, with their sort of, when you don't do it on full screen, when you've got it on cinematic modes, that just the way that there's black bars at the sides, unless you've got it in the 10 by 19 sort of aspect ratio, is the way that I was thinking, that works. But I don't know, people are people, they like what they like, and they'll moan about what they moan about. But yeah, quality should now be at 60 fps, good quality, no blurring, no drop frames, none of that shit. It seems like it's all working. It's just gonna be ridiculously huge file sizes from here on out, and I guess that's something that we got to deal with, right? And I thank you for sticking with me, and I hope you'll continue on my journey, and look at all the social descriptions below. So there's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also my Steam creator page where all of my reviews and all of that is easily found for Steam discounts. So definitely go follow that if you're interested in any of the games that I play and you want to see when any of them get any bargains and anything like that, big discounts on Steam. I definitely recommend that you follow my curator page, because there's going to be really good games on there, and it's going to mention when they're discounted, so that's a good place to find them. So yeah, anyway, thank you for sticking with me, and I hope you'll stick around as we join the future. And anyone that's new here, I appreciate any subscriptions, so thanks for watching. Join me again some more. Oh yeah, and like I said, also Twitch, I'm going to try and stick to the schedule, but if I've got other things or life gets in the way, that's probably going to be the first one to go to be deteriorated, because I know a lot of people like long streams, but I keep my streams short because I like making shorter burst content. I'm not one of these 8 to 12 hours nonsense things, because sure, if I had an income from it and I was making subscriptions and all of that, then yeah, it becomes a job to stream all of that. But I got other things to do, and unless I can make a huge income from it, I'm not going to be, streaming my entire life away. And whilst Twitch have also removed things like being able to upload, which was creating followers and, was helping to grow the channel, they've removed that from anyone that isn't affiliate level and things like that. So they've made it actually harder to do it unless you just dedicate your life to streaming to potentially no one on the air. And, with content that gets deleted in a week because it just feels more pointless. But they go, oh, it's so good, you're not wasting your time creating this content. But if you're creating it for YouTube anyway and you're making it in short burst content so that it's actually digestible and something people could watch, then it's not a waste of time to be able to also upload that to your Twitch channel so that your Twitch followers can see it. It's not a waste of time at all. It's just you don't want the space on your servers dedicated to that because you don't want this content being on there for these people when you're not getting. You just want it for the millions and millions of viewers and the thousands of viewers and the people with millions of subs, and not for the small growing channels. That's the real reason that they're doing that, honestly. And that it's just anti-growth. It's not in the name of what they're saying. It just feels wrong. So you're just wrong there, Twitch. You're very wrong about that, and I'm adamant that you're wrong about that because I was getting a lot of views on the uploads compared to actual streams because you have to have the followers and the people viewing to actually notice your streams and come to your streams, whereas these short burst uploads were getting views and people watching them. So, and you say yourself, oh, highlights, make highlights and 33% of people who watch highlights will return for more. But you could say the same for the uploads as well. They're more likely to return to watch an actual live stream, and it was helping get grown from nothing, whereas from nothing to stream to no one and to nothing it's just a little awkward and weird, and that's not really helpful. And I feel like that's a bigger waste of time than producing content that you'd produce and upload to YouTube and elsewhere that you could also upload onto Twitch. It's not a waste of time if you're already creating that content and uploading it elsewhere, is it? No, it's not a waste of time. So your excuses are wrong. Anyway, thanks for watching me. Join me again some more. Goodbye.